Hey friends, Guy here, talking about Point Salad. It's a really fun card game if you've never heard of it. You can pick it up for about 20 bucks. Now, give me a few minutes to talk about it, and I will fill you in on why it is a super fun game for you and your friends to try out. So, let's start out with the basics. 20 bucks at an online retailer or at your local game store. You know, if you want to support a local business, that's pretty cool. There's no politics. There's no fighting. You just score points and make salads. I know it sounds pretty dumb, but you know what? It's pretty easy. It's pretty chill. The vibe is immaculate. It is super fun. Honestly, you owe it to yourself to try this game. Hear me out. So you're going to have a bunch of cards, right? Each one with vegetables with different pictures that are super cutesy. Let me show you how it looks like when you're playing the game. It's really easy. In fact, I will teach you how to play in less than a minute. Time me. You have a grid of 6 vegetables. There's one of each type of vegetables. There's carrots, there's peppers, there's tomatoes, cabbage, red onion, lettuce. And then there's point cards up here. You can either choose 2 of these or 1 of these to add to your pile. You just set cards in front of you. Now these are worth points, and they're on the backs of all of these. Now these, you pick as many of those as you want. So let me put it for you this way. Let's say I grab 2 tomatoes, and then the turn passes, right? And then the next turn, I grab this card that was worth, look at that, tomatoes are worth 3 points. Now suddenly I have 6 points in front of me. Ha 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 ha. Wonderful. Super easy, right? Hope you timed me because that's how simple it was. It was less than a minute. All right, so point salad. Cards feel really nice. It's just like a deck of cards. You know, if you can play hearts or spades, you can probably play this because this is a really simple game. You know, like I said, you can teach it in a minute. But, you know, it's kind of a little bit like poker almost because you kind of have to pay attention to what your friends are doing, kind of build your strategy around them. Well, not exactly poker, but you get my drift. You got to kind of pay attention. And that's fun, you know, that's what I really love about board games is the social aspect. You know, board gaming as a hobby has a great rate of dollars per hour spent. Because you know what? Point salad. You can play this in 15 minutes if you all know what you're doing, or 30 minutes with new players for 6 people. Let's say you play 30 minutes for 6 people. And this cost me 20 bucks. Ah, damn it. You know what? I don't have my calculator in front of me. I'm not good at math. But you get my drift. Every play you play of this game, it could be like $1 or less because you're going to easily play more times than it cost you. And you know, what's great about this type of media is that you own it. You know, this will just sit on my shelf until I want to play it. And that's really nice. Because sometimes, you know, I'll go years between playing games, but I still own it. And I can play it whenever I want. I only had to pay for it the one time. And yeah, some of those games are expensive, but a lot of them, like Point Salad here, are pretty cheap, super fun, and really highly rated. If you're into board game ratings, this one gets a pretty favorable rating online from what I saw. So that's pretty fun. But you know what? Board gaming is a hobby. Made me some of the best friends I've ever had. You know, I talk about Meetup in my last video. Meetup is great for finding people. But honestly, if you can just go to your local game store, you'll often find that they have like nights where they specifically do different games. See if they have a board game thing or see if you can start one. Because honestly, it's just a really fun, really easy hobby that anybody can do. I mean, you know, I would jokingly say your mom can learn potato salad. You know, I know a bunch of people that go to my local board game thing. Older people, younger people, people of all walks, you know, and we're all just hanging out, having a good time. And that's how it should be, man, and that's awesome. And you know what? You can have that too, brother. You just got to put in the effort and try and find it. Or if you can't find it, you got to make your own. Because sometimes you got to make your own happiness. Anyway, my 5 minutes is up. Point Salad, check it out. Super duper fun, fairly cheap, great replayability. I'm Guy. This is regular Guy stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. All right, you have a good one, brother.